All right, I'm assuming you can hear me by now. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all well. Yeah, hope everybody's doing well. I think this is going to be an interesting stream. As always, let me know. Make sure the audio is all good. I'm gonna just confirm we're live here, and then we'll get into it. I think we are. All right, great. Okay. So, also as always, well, it's becoming as always for the slight tardiness, 1 minute late there. Yeah, got a bit of a just got back from the gym, or actually from eating after the gym. But anyway, I'm gonna quickly just like put some ideas down. Okay, that was kind of just like a concept vomit there, but let me explain the idea here. So normally in singles and doubles, really, you don't want to, oh my gosh, this team is so missing so many resistances. That's funny. Yeah. Ooh. I tell you. Anyway, normally in singles, you really don't want to stack too many Pokemon of the same type. 2 is completely fine. Nobody worries about 2. You have a Darkrai and a Kingambit, or, a Kingambit and a Tinglu, or, an Iron Valiant and a Zamazenta. That's totally fine. Nobody is concerned about doubling up on types. Tripling up, it's a little, it's a little bit different. When you triple up on types, that's when things start to get a little bit concerning. It's still fine. It still can be okay. There, even especially on hyper offense, when you're kind of using combined types for like offensive overlap, where you try to wear down the same counters. You can do the many types on the same team. Like 3 is fine. 4 is almost always a problem. If you have 4 of the same type, it's almost certainly not a good idea. It's almost certainly not going to work. And then 5, 6, even worse. So that's kind of the idea today, though. But here's the thing, right? Kind of like how normal types have one, the weakness to fighting. Electric types only weak to ground. So that's a pretty unique quality. So it means, because normally the reason you can't just stack a bunch of electric types is that it's you're going to get smoked by ground. But with the right team composition, that can be an acceptable weakness, so to speak. So that's kind of the idea behind this, is that we can put a bunch of electric types together. And the key thing we got to talk about here, I'll kind of just type this out to get the rationale. So electric types can, how do I phrase this? Electric types are only weak to ground. Ground. So stacking them might not be a problem, defensively speaking. Having many electric types puts pressure on ground types. Ground types. With the offensive overlap of that typing. And if the ground type dies, Volt Switch becomes broken, and electric types in general become broken. So that's basically the idea. We have a bunch of electric types that can pressure or KO ground types. And that's the idea. So as you can imagine, and yes, so I want to address some other things. One that I've seen several people mention, ring target. No, this is gimmicky. Gimmicky and inconsistent. Ring target teams have done well. They're never consistent. Once the public is generally aware of the team, it ceases to work ever. Ring target it's just not a good move. Trick ring target is just not a good strategy. I mean, with something like Klefki, like it's not It's not terrible, but it is, at the end of the day, it's gimmicky. Yeah, especially with Goldengo now. So yeah, we're not going with that. Next thing, what was the other thing people were saying? Lantern. I saw a few people mention Lantern. Probably not. Performed poorly last time. So I tried Lantern once before, and it was a similar idea. We tried Lantern Electric Spam, and it was just not good. It was really not good. So we're not going to do that this time. I don't think it has in theory, Lantern should be good on a team like this, but it just so was not. Yeah. I'm going to consider this electric spam. I think we need to have at least 3 electric types for this to really be valid. Now I also want to address Regieleki. So obviously, if your opponent doesn't have doesn't have a ground type, Regieleki becomes one of the best Pokemon in the tier. Yeah, ring target removes immunities, right? I shouldn't take for granted that people know what that does, because that's a weird item. So if a Klefki is holding a ring target, you can get hit by dragon attacks, you can get hit by poison attacks, all that kind of stuff. It takes away immunities. But if Klefki then switcheroos that to like a Landorus, well, now that Landorus can get volt switched. That's the idea behind ring target. It does not affect ability immunities though. So, you trick a ring target to a Volcanion, it's still going to, water absorb will still work. Max attack, adamant choice band, Terrabug, Zapdos, U-turn to bait and one-shot Tinglu. That definitely does not one-shot Tinglu. That probably does like 40. Rotom is a possibility. Yeah, so let's get down possible team members. Right, but to quickly address Regieleki, I don't think it's going to end up on the final team. Probably it's just not consistent enough. And there are other electric types that could do its job better. That being said, I love Regieleki, and it'd be really cool if it worked, so I still want to give it a try. Manual electric terrain? No, we are not doing that. We are not doing electric terrain because that's bad. Yeah, there will not be a Pincurchin, and there will not be a manual terrain setter. Okay, so let's talk about some possible electric types. Actually, let's go lowercase. So obviously the ones I have here, I think Raging Bolt and Iron Hands are the 2 I feel most confident in, because these are the best at killing ground types. Like Iron Hands with its Ice Punch, Raging Bolt with Draco Meteor. These 2 are like the most effective ground type killer electric types out there. Zapdos is definitely a possibility. Regieleki is also a possibility. Hold on quick. We got a 10-pound donation from Failed Boy Genius. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you. Saying, hi, Pink. I appreciate you spoiling us with another E-Terrain vid in 2026. But what about the educational video during this week that didn't go ahead? Will you be doubling up this coming week? Yeah, so good question. No. So I'm kind of still trying it out, but I think I will be shifting to a upload every 2 weeks instead of every 1 week. Truth is, as I've gotten kind of better at YouTube and understanding what works, what doesn't, and like better at editing, better at all this kind of stuff, I keep wanting to do more. I keep wanting to make better videos, and the quality of videos I want to put out, I cannot do that every week. I don't have time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess the quality of videos I want to put out, I can't do if I upload every week. Like this video that's going to come out is like this one, this, hopefully I can get it done. I'm hoping to get it done by the usual upload time next week. Took like it's going to be like a 50-minute long scripted video breaking down stuff, tons of editing involved. Like I just can't do that every week. I'd die. So, cause I've got a lot of other obligations. So I think it's going to be probably better quality videos, but less often. That's probably what's going to happen. Like for example, that video I did recently that was like types Pokemon should be and the competitive ramifications. Like that wasn't a video I really wanted to put out, but I just like I couldn't afford to make a longer video. So I just had to do something that was like kind of easy. And I don't want to put out videos that are just like there for the sake of content. Anyway, though, back to this. Also, this is not electric terrain. It's electric spam, but it is not electric terrain. We're not going to have a Pincurchin or a terrain setter. Thank you very much, Shostel, for the 10 gift memberships. Thank you very much. It is very generous. If you want to say anything, just say that in chat. I will read that out. Kilowattrel is not technically just Zapdos, but worse. It does have Volt Absorb, which is big. IDK how Jimothy does it. Well, I think he's full-time YouTuber. Like I could definitely, if this was my job, I could do that. But no, I've got like many other obligations. This is like, yeah, no, like I'm still a still a full-time student and tons of other stuff. Anyway, though, okay, yeah, Rotom. Someone mentioned Bellabolt, which I honestly completely agree with. Are we going to see Volt Switch Iron Hands? Probably it's going to be booster energy, but we'll see how we feel. Let's get some electric in here. Rotom Wash, I should specify. I don't think it'd be a different Rotom form. Well, I mean, maybe Heat. Fresh Oatmeal's been chatting up Rotom Heat for a while, thinking it's like, or gassing up, I don't know what you say, saying it's really good. Your vids are great. Keep it up, dude. Thank you very much, Shostel. Appreciate it. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying, by the way. I don't see Thunderous Therian. I guess it's a possibility because it gives us an electric immunity, but I kind of doubt we'll add on a Thunderous Therian. Without Terra Blast, it's just, yeah. Would you ever hope to do YouTube full-time if it provided you enough for you financially? So it kind of already does, not in the sense that I'm making enough, but if I were to do it full time, I probably could make enough to get by. I'd be living in like a trailer park. But I could right now just like say, screw the job search and go play Pokemon, which is a tempting option. But the reason I wouldn't do that isn't really because of money. I want to make sure I do something. That's why I got into engineering in the first place. I want to do something that really matters and helps people and makes the world a better place. And I'm not saying this YouTube is like bad. Like I love that people enjoy this and it gets some people thinking. And you know, I'm glad that this channel's here and it makes people happy and it makes me happy. But I think I want to make sure I do something that's going to really help the people that need it most. And I don't think I can do that with a Pokemon YouTube channel. Let's see. I guess I'll put Lantern as a possibility. I will put Electrode H on here. It actually did pretty well that one time. It did kind of do pretty well. Not using Magma Zone. Not happening. Probably not Palmot, but what the heck? Let's put it on here. Galvantula is interesting. That could be kind of cool on electric spam. Probably not, but that could be kind of cool. No Pincurchin. No, this is not an electric terrain team. It is electric spam. This is not Natex, so there's not any Z conversion or anything like that. Okay, I think that's pretty much an exhaustive list. I don't think there's anything else that really hasn't been considered. I don't see Kilowattrel happening. Maybe I'll put Kilowattrel, like, if Pelipper. If we have, like, a Pelipper on here, just, like, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so let's now talk about possible support. So obviously, Great Tusk, Iron Treads is one because they're they're the elephants. They set rocks, they remove rocks. Cinderace is another one I was thinking of because Court Change, just like a lot of wacky teams that don't want to have to like deal with hazards, like setting them, dealing with them. You slap on a Cinderace and just the team works. Like Cinderace is it's an incredibly useful Pokemon for building. Now, of course, that is not sufficient hazard removal if you are building a more long-term team, like a balanced team, but this is going to be probably more offense. Not hyper offense, but this is probably going to be more offense. So are there any non-electric types with Volt Switch we could consider? I mean, there are some we could, but no, I don't think. I think for this strategy, we really want the stab on these electric types. GMCK 1398. What's the team build today? It is electric spam is the idea. Put a bunch of electric types together, KO the ground type, spam Volt Switch. That's kind of the idea. And then Rillaboom was another one. Rillaboom gives the team priority, gives electric types like Iron Hands, like Raging Bolt, makes them effectively normal against Earthquake instead of being weak to Earthquake. And priority, and it also gives a U-turner, right? So you kind of get that Volt Turn core going, which is especially potent, especially, if that ground type dies. Oricorio just goes crazy. Why is Rotom Mow ranked higher than Rotom Fan? I mean, I think it's better. I think Rotom Mow is a pretty cool Pokemon. It's actually, I think it's not bad at all. And if we went Rillaboom, I'd really be tempted to go Hisuian Electrode. I'm not going to lie. Like I low key, I really want to do it, but I don't think that makes sense here. But like, okay, but like, hear me out, guys. Hear me out, right? What if we went... What if we went with a Hisuian Electrode here? And we gave it like... Probably Aftermath. And we gave it like Terra Grass and then like Chloroblast. Probably Leaf Storm. Let me check how much this is doing to like especially defensive Gliscor. Let's see. Thank you very much, Bognor, for the £2 donation saying not having Bellabolt on here is a crime. I do have Bellabolt on the list of possible electric types. Rotom Mow wouldn't get the grassy terrain boost because it's not grounded, so might work, but yeah. Would I need hazards? It's hard to say. I think I could probably get by without them. Okay, so I think with Terra Grass and grassy terrain, yeah, that's a one-hit KO on Spidaf Gliscor. That's pretty cool. I like that. What if they're like totally maxed out? Even then, yeah, very, very likely to kill. How about Tinglu? Okay, kills Tinglu also. That's kind of hilarious. Yeah. But then this team just like loses to Draco Meteor, which is not great. Does Dragapult die? Does surprisingly not much. I thought that would do a lot more. I mean, we could have Chloroblast as well. I don't know if that would do it. 50% even. Only 50% with Chloroblast is rough. I don't think we go Eject Pack Bolt. I think I want to go Specs. Bookwork. I'm glad to hear that, and I hope life gets better for you soon. This is probably just a bad idea what I'm doing here, to be honest. Okay, but I want to try it. Let's give it a try. We're pretty weak to Dragapult, so we'll need to kind of consider that. This will be AV, and this will be HDB. Or do we want to go Rotom over the Zapdos? Would that help anything? Would that help? Lando made the beat 9458. Thank you very much for the $5 donation saying, Iron Hands, Pink Nose. I love Iron Hands. I for sure do now. I'm glad you're so thrilled to see Hands. Can't we run Modest? No, because I really want to outspeed Dragapult since it's also kind of a threat to our team. If we go, you see, like, that's not outpacing Dragapult. If we go Timid, we outpace Dragapult. It's a pretty big deal. Yeah. Yeah, and Zamazenta, true. That's okay. I think we do want Zapdos here for the fighting resist. I think we do. We don't want Rotom. Okay, so we'll go Draco Meteor on this. Volt Switch, Thunderclap, and I'll go Dragon Pulse. I prefer Dragon Pulse on these. Helps with the stall matchup. And we'll just go Speedy. This team, yeah, we have to go AV Hands for this team for sure. Otherwise, we get super smoked by Bolt. I just might probably go Terra Fairy as well for this, honestly. And I think we also have to go like high horsepower on Rillaboom. Like, we're really scared. We might have to drop Knockoff, to be honest. I think we do, because we need high horsepower for Bolt. Like, we cannot be getting smoked by Raging Bolt. I think we need a Fairy on here. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. It's just, it can't really, yeah. Thunder Punch, and then I'll go Volt Switch last. And we'll go Adamant, Max Attack, Max Special Defense, and a little bit of HP never hurts. We outspeed. I mean, we're doing quite a bit of damage to Dragapult, actually. With Terra in terrain, we do need to be in terrain. Actually, here's a question: Electrode versus Gliscor. If we don't have grassy terrain, Chloroblast is not killing Gliscor. It is after rocks, but like, makes me want to run Modest. Like, that's the calc I like to see, you know what I'm saying? But if we go Modest, that has consequences. Yeah, no, I have tons of concerns with this team. 420, what is it for Dragapult? Dragapult's 421, right? So I think that's all we need, unless I'm going crazy here. Dragapult is 421. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have a lot of concerns with this team. Trust me, I do. I get the yeah. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Kingambit looks actually pretty terrible as well. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Kingambit matchup might be too difficult. Maybe we do go Rotom then. Go like Helmet, Terra Ghost. Electrode outspeeding Zama actually helps a lot, which is funny. Do we go Pain Split? Do we go... Probably Pain Split is fine. Oh, there was one more Pokemon I wanted to add to the potential support list, which is Galarian Weezing. Obviously, it's good removal. It defensively, well, no, it's weak to ground as well. But it could be nice for getting rid of Gliscor's Poison Heal. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying. Helps out a lot. Go bulky on this. We absolutely want enough speed for Kingambit. We could hit that 219. Okay, we got the dragon. Very. Also, for those wondering about this, bulk in Pokemon is multiplicative, meaning basically the amount of EVs you do to increase by a certain number of points is fixed. Right, so you like it, it'll increase by the same number of points whether you're investing in speed or attack or however big the stat is. But bulk is basically how much percent you're going to take, is essentially involves HP multiplied by special defense or HP times defense. So because its special defense is so low and we can add on a flat number of points to it, kind of increasing that lower number makes a much bigger difference in that multiplication equation. So this, yes, like we are missing out on increasing defense by going with all this special defense investment, but it drastically increases our special defense, whereas HP would only increase our special defense a little bit. Okay, let's see. So we got Rotom, we got Electrode. Rillaboom, we'll just go CB. Nothing crazy going on here. And as far as Cinderace goes, I'm thinking... I think we have to go... Oh, you know what I hate about this team? Is our lack of a poison. We don't even have a poison resist. That's pretty brutal. Yeah. Yeah, no, there are so many issues here. I'm just going to I'm gonna just like run it and we'll see what happens. But I have concerns. Yeah, the fact that like Sludge Bomb just gets clicked is not good. Especially actually no, Galarian Slowking wipes this team out. Like it actually destroys us. And we don't have a fighting resist. Yeah, this is I don't need to test this to know it's not going to work. Maybe we can only afford 3 electric types, to be honest. I'm not sure we can do all this. Yeah, we could maybe go... We could maybe go Treads over Ace. That leaves us without a fighting or ghost resist. But if we go Zapdos, then we're weak to Kingambit again. No, we definitely want an Iron Hands here. Hands is not cope. Okay. Yeah, but if we go Zapdos, then King Gambit. Okay, here's an idea. We go with the Zapdos, but it's substitute Zapdos. This actually seems like it might be good here. I don't know what we want. Maybe Steel. Let's try this. This seems interesting. And it's super annoying for Gliscor, which is nice as well. But let's see if it can tank a knockoff. We'll want enough bulk to take that. Knockoff. Okay, so how much HP do we need for a knockoff to not break sub? Okay, quite a bit. Okay. 164. Okay, that's a tall order. We can lower the speed maybe. We need to outspeed. Let's go for making sure we outspeed Pecharunt. 303. Then we can put the rest in special attack. Still gives us a good amount of special attack. Let's give that a try. Yeah, the offensive overlap is the vision here. That still gives a 3-volt switch Pokemon. Why not Heat Wave? I mean, Sucker Punch just comes and kills you. Like, you need Substitute if you want to do something new King Gambit. Heat Wave's not saving you. Yeah, I don't believe in Electrode either. Look, the Electrode is probably going to go fairly quickly. I just, I have that policy. Test the thing you think won't work first, because if it does, that'd be super hype. And if not, you can just go and replace it. But if you start with the thing that you think will work, you're almost certainly not going to change it later. Oh, and we're not weak to Raging Bolt anymore, so we can go knockoff. I do like bulky treads here, though. We'll go the few points for that, and then go bulky. Okay. Terra type. Fire. Oh, probably high horsepower. So get ready to watch Iron Treads miss this every single time. It's going to be great. Why not go pressure? Well, I think the benefit to static is that you don't have to use Zapdos substitute. I see the appeal to pressure, but I don't think it's I don't think it's a good option here. Z Hurricane would be good with this set, but this is not National Dex. This is overused. There are no Z moves. Okay. We got the Bandit Rillaboom. I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to go. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. I have lots of reservations, but Pyro Ball rips this team. Did I somehow miss... What's our... Oh, no, we have Raging Bolt. For a second, I thought we didn't have a Fire Resist. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's not... Obviously, it's not great, but we'll be okay. Or maybe we won't. We'll find out. Okay, so we're facing an OLT person. Why high horsepower over Earthquake? Grassy terrain halves the power of Earthquake, and we're running a Rillaboom. Okay, so I like the look of Zapdos against this team, I would say. I think I want to start with Zapdos. Actually, I feel like there's a good chance it'll just be a Treads lead. Excuse me, it'll be an Enamor's lead. So let me lead with my Treads. I think that's probably a little bit better. Looking at my opponent's team, the King Gambit is obviously a threat we've got to be aware of. The Ogerpon is pretty scary as well. Okay, so... like a banded superpower could be bad here. I think I'll just Stealth Rock. Okay, let's see what happens to it. It looks probably going to be Ivy Cudgel from the look of it. And we instantly get critical hit. Obviously, that critical hit did indeed matter. We would not have died without that. So that's cool. All right, let's go into the Bolt. Let's see what we can do here. I think Geez, that was super bad. That critical hit just, I mean, yeah, that's not good news. Okay, let's go for a Draco Meteor on probably a Slow King coming in. Okay. And I think they'll be thinking they can live here. Actually, that looks like Assault Vest damage. Excuse me. Whoops. Well, what am I doing? Okay, Raging Bolt, if it was... Yeah, so this is Assault Vest. So... Probably like modest max HP. Something like that. Yeah, so that's about what we did. And now we're here. We could... I think we're going to Terra Dragon and go for the kill. Okay, interesting. Tusk comes in. I think this kills. We do hit, we do kill. Okay, that's a good moment. Obviously, we're in a really scary spot because Enamorus is about to come in. But our electric types can now go wild. Remember to like the stream if you are enjoying. So I wonder if Electrode dies to an Enamorus Moonblast. It does not. Okay, good stuff, Electrode. Probably Rillaboom is something we... I think if the Enamorus comes in, we probably go Rillaboom and Glide. I think that's our least valuable member. Okay, interesting. Surprised to see Primarina. Not displeased, but surprised. For sure, surprised. I think... But then if we go Rillaboom, that does give quite an opening for the Ogerpon. But I think we do go Rillaboom here. Let's see what they want to do. Just a Moonblast? Okay, that's fine with me. I will just go for a Woodhammer here. Kingambit enters. I don't think we'll die of recoil. Good, we survive. And this should just be a good, nice Iron Hands moment. Okay, I will Drain Punch. I'm surprised to see the Swords Dance, implying this Kingambit wants to stay in. Okay, in comes Enamorus. This super does not kill with a Moonblast. Even if it's choice specs, we don't die. So I'm absolutely just going to click Thunder Punch here. I think that's worthwhile. Yeah. Cool. Okay, we live now. We should note though we are still in a scary position. So I think Zapdos gets 2-hit KO'd. I'm pretty sure. This is Choice Band. Yeah, so Zapdos is almost certainly getting 2-hit KO'd. How much is Electrode taking? It's not dying. If we give it grassy terrain, it'll be dying. We could sack Electrode. That's an option. That's probably the right move. Go for a Volt Switch here. Get a little Aftermath. Remember to like the stream if you are enjoying. Regieleki would have outsped this, which would have been nice. I will say that. Okay. Oh, is that contact based? I thought that was just a physical attack. Okay, it's contact. Okay, so Electrode, yeah, well, that's sad. Okay, let's go for a Volt Switch here. If we get red, we get red. Good on him. I'm going for the Volt Switch, though. Yeah, I'm not super optimistic about this. Okay, they got us. They didn't critical hit, though, so at least there's that. We can go Zapdos here. I think I do have to go for the Hurricane. Okay, there's Slowking. We do hit, which is weird. I think Discharge. I think we just got to go on the offensive here. Okay. Let's go for another one. Do we get a confused? Do we get a paralysis? We do not get either of those things. Let's go for the Discharge. Squishy Frog. Thank you very much for the $16.27. Interesting. Oh, now I get it. Saying found a shiny Guzzlord on reset 1,627 while chilling in your stream yesterday. Thanks for the luck. My pleasure. Glad that worked out. Yeah, appreciate the generous donation. Okay, so we've got to let something die here. I think Zapdos is the most sensible choice for that. So down you go, Zapdos. Thank you for your service. All right, Raging Bolt here, I think, can come in, Volt Switch, and then Rillaboom can threaten to kill with a Grassy Glide. So I think that's got to be my play. So let's go Raging Bolt and let's Volt Switch. Okay, cool. It worked this time. We catch the Primarina. We do 100%. It's going to just straight up die. Great to see. Okay, this is where things get a little scary. I think we have to go Rillaboom so we can threaten the Ogerpon with a Thunderclap. But then I think we guaranteed lose if the Kingambit has low kick. Yeah, like that's +2, that's super killing. So what's the play here? We might have to hope for a throw. Let's go Rillaboom here so we can Grassy Glide the Ogerpon. I think we have to hope for a throw. I'll Thunderclap here. Yeah. Cool. Okay, we have to now hope this thing is not low kick, is pretty much where we're at, which it probably will be, but let's see. Oh, it was slow. Cool. GG. Okay, that was I mean that was I'm not going to say that was a solid win. That was a win. Electrode obviously didn't do too well. But you know, we also had a rough start. I think I'll give it one more try, but I'm not optimistic about this team. Like there are a lot of Pokemon that could be in this team slot over Electrode. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Probably looking at a Samurott lead. Iron Moth obviously looks really good here. My opponent will be aware of that. We've got to make sure we keep our Iron Hands healthy for that. I think Zapdos is a strong lead into basically the entire team, so let's start with that. And depending on the set, we could just blow this up with a Discharge, but it's probably bulkier. Most are these days. Okay, critical hit. All right, that's fine. I'll go just for another Discharge. Sucker Punch is interesting. That's fair. I could have gone for a Roost there, predicting, but I think the play I made was okay. I think we have to. I would make Headlong Rush scary though. I could switch here, or I could just stay in. Let's check the Iron Hands damage and see what we're looking at. Yeah, I think I have to just let this go. Let's go for a Discharge. Hope no Fiery Dance boost. There's the Fire Dance boost. Okay, let's go into Iron Hands and Thunder Punch. We should be able to live 2 hits unless... No, even Dazzling Gleam, we live 2. You need a Magnezone? I definitely do not need a Magnezone. Okay, it's Psychic, so that's really not good. Yeah, wow, never seen that one. Okay, we could Terra here to try to get out of this. Is that worth it? We could also Terra Iron Treads and like set up Stealth Rock potentially. That's... Let's try to think what's most important. Oh, we lose to Dragonite, this team does. Whoops. Yeah, so this loses to Dragonite, so we've got to fix that. I just kind of realized that, but Sludge Wave does not kill. Oh, it does. Okay, yeah, so we definitely don't go for that. I'll go for the Ice Punch here. Let's go into Treads now, and I think the right play is... I think we're going to Terrafire Rapid Spin and then go for a Stealth Rock. Energy Ball. Okay, good. That's manageable. If we Rapid Spin again, do we outspeed? No, still no. That's sad. Okay, so we can Stealth Rock or we can just take this thing out. Rillaboom, do you kill? You don't kill. Okay, so we... Oh, geez. Alrighty. Wow. This is... Yikes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Rain might be the best. Pelipper was something we did discuss briefly. Okay. I don't think Volt switching here with Treads does anything because Rillaboom would just heal it all back. Do I need to just hope Rillaboom gets the roll? Are we at that point? We might be. Okay, this guy's being rude. You're not Einstein, dog. Either you take the hit or you don't. I mean, yeah, so I'm actually thinking about what play to make, but thanks for being a jerk. Okay, let's see. There's also the Raging Bolt play. Thunderclap. Is not doing it. Okay, here's what I think. I think I... Jeez. I think we Stealth Rock here. And then we're going to hope Rillaboom gets the roll. I think we're at that point. If it's an HP invested instead of defense, we'll definitely get it. Okay, we get the roll. That's good. That's big. That's big. We definitely did need that. Dragonite enters, and unfortunately, it is Boots. We go into this. If it has Earthquake, we can get past. We actually not can. We do survive that, and we can kill with Draco Meteor. We super cannot live in Outrage. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Yeah, we were never winning this one. It's a shame. I feel like it's always like I feel like we encounter like an inordinate number of complete like just super nasty people on ladder. Like why? Especially when you're winning. Like, you know, like I get people have bad days and like you get some bad RNG and like people, but like when you're like winning, just like being a jerk about it, like I can't imagine why you would be like that. Anyway, though, let's see. Yeah, so this team's bad. We definitely need to make some big changes. Electrode's been terrible both games, so we've got to get rid of that too. Yeah, loses to D-Knight, definitely. Yeah, the no fighting resist was not great here. I'd like to switch it out for a Lucky, and then maybe, is there a way to get a fighting resist in? Oh my gosh. Normal, fighting, poisons. Okay, we're weak to basically everything. No, if we were using electric terrain in OU, I would have very clearly stated it on the thumbnail, because that's kind of, yeah, it's a bit insane. Electric spam, no, we're just talking about using a lot of electric types. Remember to like the stream if you are enjoying. You know what might be not bad here is a Slowking. Someone mentioned that earlier, but I think it fits. So that leaves us without a resist to Ghost, Dragon, Psychic, or Normal, which is, I think, acceptable. Especially with Terra Fairy on this. I think I want to go Assault Vest on this, and I think we go Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Psychic Noise. Seems good. I'll go with the minus speed set to annoy other Slowking. Somebody's saying GMCK was advocating for Petulant. That could be interesting as well. That could be interesting. Yeah, that could be something. I think I want to try the Slowking first. I'm just, yeah, because I'm worried about not really having a special wall. Might be time for a good old friend AV Torn. Lando made the beat 9458. Thank you very much for the $5 donation, saying thoughts on a face reveal. Not a fan of it, honestly. I mean, I don't think it's super relevant to the content. I don't think anyone's like, would anyone even want like a face cam in the corner? Do double electric moves. Yeah. But no, I'm not a huge fan of the face cam idea. Weather Ball with the chili reception set is interesting. I don't think it's worth it though. Like, it sounds good in theory, but I've tried it and it just like, it never comes up. My teams got wiped, a guy named Bryce. Yeah, I had like a recent thing where all my teams just got deleted, but it actually wasn't that big of a deal because I post the PokePaste on all the streams. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't lose subscribers if I showed my face. That's funny. But no, I'm definitely not bad looking. But I mean, I'm not like a model either. But no, I don't think it's that necessary. And I'm a bit of a private person. HF, okay. I did not check abilities, so I wonder if I missed up anything. Okay, I did put Regenerator on. That's good. Okay, it seems like we're all set here. All right, let's roll. Let's run this. One ground type, it's an Excadrill. Does this still lose to D-Knight? No. It's still not like a great matchup, but Terra Ghost Rotom is with Wisp is not what D-Knight wants to see. True, no normal resist though. We see a D-Knight, we have to save Terra, which isn't great. But, you know, can be acceptable. All right. This is a bit of an awkward lead situation. The Goodra, I'm glad we still have high horsepower on this version, which I think we actually do need because that's going to be very effective against Goodra. So because of that, I think I want to lead with Rillaboom. Because I suspect my opponent is going to... Okay, this hits Excadrill hard and it hits Goodra, so very much this is a... You left in... Okay, my opponent just left in their ground type on turn 1. So that's a play. Let's go into Slowking. Okay, should be Tyranitar coming out, I'm guessing. Quaquaval. Okay, that's fair. So, I mean, we do have a Rotom. I think we just go into Rotom here. Rotom's not really crucial for anything else. And it should be good at eating a water move here if it comes out. Yeah, Wave Crack. Whoa. Okay, so this is like banded, I think. Gotta be, right? I think it's gotta be banded. Let's run a calc on that, yeah. Choice band damage. 54.1. Could a Mystic Water have done that? No. So that has to be banded. Okay, cool. I think Volt Switch is fine. Okay. And this should just be like a Regieleki moment. We can just click Volt Switch here. Even if this is like, no, it has to be choice band. Okay. In comes the Gudra. We can go hands here. And I don't think this thing wants to stay in. I'm going to go for a... I'll just Drain Punch. There's really no need to predict here. For my learning, what are the speed tiers we worry about if Lecky was modest? Iron Valiant. Lecky with max speed timid outpaces booster speed Iron Valiant, which is so nice. I could just stay in here. Let's just do that. Yeah, Weather Ball, I think that's choice specs, doing a chunk there, but Iron Hands, obviously really bulky. All right, so Banded Wave Crash. Actually, might be a Banded Close Combat we see here. A bit hard to say. I kind of feel like we maybe just go Slow King, because it just does not seem that helpful here. We can let the Slow King go. Yeah, Wave Crash. There we have it. Cool. Can I kill with Rapid Spin? I hope so. Probably not. Would it be worth removing hazards anyway? Probably. Let's go and spin. Spin to win. Or actually, I can just click an electric move and then spin next turn. We'll go for Electro Ball because I think that hits Gudra pretty hard. Electro Ball is 120 base power. I'm a big fan of Electro Ball. I think it's super underrated. Yeah, no, I have heard about the popular Soft Sand Dragonite. That's been popular before. Like, that's not new. It comes in waves. Dragonite. Yeah, Dragonite sets, you know how it be. No Terra yet for my opponent, so we've still got to be aware of that. I think I could just Rapid Spin here, let Lecky go. With a Gudra here, it's like I kind of dead. Oh, cool, it survived. Okay, so that knockoff is... did 88. So we're looking at an offensive non-choiced... Well, hold on. Oh, no, we're looking at a bulky one because this is after... Yeah, so this is a bulky Tyranitar. Okay, so with that in mind... I feel like I can maybe Volt Switch into a Rillaboom. Okay, in comes Gudra. So good thing I got out of there. Let's go in and let's just Drain Punch. If Pelipper comes in, can Thunder Punch next turn. I don't think we need to predict. $1.4 for boosting items would be insane. Not a good idea. That's ridiculous levels of power. It's almost giving Pokemon like another stab move. All right, let's just Thunder Punch. If they want a Terra, that's okay. Then we win with high horsepower. Wow, that's a slow Pelipper. Minimum speed, I guess. Makes sense. Okay, and now we're back in the Gudra. Yeah, I guess Terra here, probably... Okay, Bug. Interesting. Bug. Gooey. Okay, so not Sap Sipper. So we are definitely winning this game. Let's see. Surfed it. So I think we actually Drain Punch a couple more times because we're gaining enough health back to be annoying about it. Actually not as much as I thought. Let's calc and see how much Drain Punch is healing to see if we can take another Surf. 8%. Yeah, that's not going to work. So we can go for a... Actually, I think what's better than Thunder is Regieleki Volt Switch better than Thunder Punching? No, it's definitely not. Let's go for the Thunder Punch. Okay, and we'll just go for another one. Then we just go Raging Bolt and we Volt Switch. I think this will kill. It's like good chance to, depending on the set. All right, in comes the Rillaboom. Excuse me. Yeah. No, we go Rillaboom here. In case it's like Choice Scarf or something weird, I'll go for the Grassy Glide. This is a pretty dominant game, though. We can start searching for another one. Okay, yeah, they forfeited, which makes sense. Pivoting would have been nice there, so I guess, like, point Petron. Like, I feel like Petron should be good, but I'm just worried about the special situation. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying. What kind of usage is it going to see? Magnet Regieleki. Okay, so if we had 1.4 times boosting items, we'd see a lot of Silk Scarf Dragonite running around. That would be insane. What else would be insane? Let me check. Probably the like fire, like charcoal Iron Moth. That would, because that would basically be like choice specs. But it could switch up its moves sometimes. Darkrai would be running Black Glasses. Kingambit would be running Black Glasses all the time. It would become like the item. Like things would not be running choice items nearly as often anymore. Goldengo, Metal Coat would become like the primary thing. Fairy Feather, Iron Valiant would be a nightmare. Kyurem would definitely be running the Never Melt Ice with mixed sets. Yeah, no. 1.4 would be destructive. Okay, we got one ground type. It's a Great Tusk. Rotom looks like a promising lead. The Meowscarada is a bit of an obvious counter lead, though, so I think I want to anticipate that and start off with Iron Hands. Okay, Tinkaton just starts off. Mold Breaker, so we don't have to worry about... I'll go just for the Thunder Punch. Okay, and here, Drain Punch, I guess, since it could be a Great Tusk coming in. Okay, cool. Rocky Helmet is what we see. All right. But that's Rocky Helmet. That's still an offensive Great Tusk based on the damage. Okay, so we don't want to let this die. So I can go into Rotom here. Rocky Helmet is definitely nice to have. Great. Will-O-Wisp is good against everything, so I see no problem with just going for that. Nice burn. That takes out the possibility of any physical sets. If we live a Draco Meteor, I don't think we do. Yeah, we don't live a Specs Draco, so I will go into Slowking. I was tempted to go for Pain Split there. Shadow Ball. Okay, so I now, in hindsight, I wish I'd Pain Split it. We can go into Iron Hands. This will live too. And then we can go for, I think an Ice Punch looks best. Iron Hands is for pretty bulky over here. Love to see it. Okay, they let their... I have no idea why they made that play. That was very questionable. Okay, they are fully willing to let their Tusk go down. I'll Volt Switch here, and down it goes. Okay, this is looking really good for our friend Regieleki. Kingambit's looking scary, though. Do we Terra Electric the Lecky here? I think we do. And then we sack, probably Slowking is the least valuable at this point. Yeah, we can let it go. Okay, Draco. Okay, that gives us an opportunity to preserve this. Do we care? Do we want to preserve this? Do we want to take that opportunity? No, I don't think so. I don't think we do. We don't care enough. We can go for a Flamethrower here, try to catch a potential switch. It probably won't. Makes sense. And here on this Dragapult, we can Thunderbolt. If Kingambit enters, if it's max HP, no speed, I think we can actually kill with an Electro Ball, which is funny. So we're probably looking at a triple Axle here, I'm going to guess. I definitely just Volt Switch. And we can sack. I think Iron Hands is the most sackable at this point. Just sad to say, but I think it definitely is. Okay, good to see. Good to see. And let's go Lecky. Tempted to rapid spin. I don't think we do. I'm just going to Thunderbolt. Dragapult gets sacked, makes sense. Yeah, this is going to be a tricky endgame. I think it's got to be Rillaboom that we let go, but then like King Gambit is now super killing Lecky with a Thunder Punch. That's not great. I think we Volt Switch into Rillaboom anyway. I think we have to. Should be a triple axle coming out here. There really isn't a reason to click anything else since it kills everything. Sure enough, do we see a few hits? 1, 2, and that will do it. Fair enough. How much is Zapdos taking from Electro Ball? Let's go for the Electro Ball here. Okay. I could Rapid Spin. I don't think that's the play. I'm just going to Thunderbolt. I'm going to go for the Electro Ball. I think we have to. It was a speedy one. Oh, but it clicked SD. Okay, we can go into Bolt now. Thunderclap. Okay, we somehow managed to win that one. Yeah. Okay, good game. Yeah, that was super, like, really showed us that we are not good against King Gambit at all. Okay. Dragapult was not fun either. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that we won that. All right. Weak to Dragapult. Gambit. D-Knight, kind of. Probably the Lecky's just got to go. I hate to say it, but feels like the best solution. Bellabolt is not a King Gambit answer. Okay. How do we fix this? What is like an actual King Gambit answer? We could have like a Blaze Cinderace over Lecky. That is an option. Yeah, Tapu Koko would be great for this, and it's really good in that decks, but unfortunately, we don't have one of those. Would I do a Dragon Spam team? Maybe. Probably not. I just, yeah. I don't think Iron Valiant's the answer. It probably is just that we have to get rid of Regieleki. I mean, well, okay, so here's one idea. We could try the Let's try the Petron and let's go Terra Dark Foul Play. That seems like it might do. What am I doing? Okay, so let's go HDB. I think is good. Parting shots, chain, foul play, and then recover. Go Terra Dark, and I think we go with the speedy one. Or do we? Let's go with the fat one. We don't have hazards. This is bad. Could we go like Cinderace over real? No, then we super lose to Raging Bolt as well. Electric Spam is hard to make work. That's what I'm seeing. I don't think we can afford 4. I think that might be the lesson. Low-key Raging Bolt has not been doing like a ton. Maybe that's the one we can drop. This is probably a bad idea, but I think I want to try it. Well, we could go, or we could go Treads here. Okay. We're super weak to Dragapult here, though, but go Terra Normal and Treads. That helps a little bit. Maybe an AV Treads. We need Stealth Rock. I mean, it could be like a Tinglu as well. Then we have no Dragon Resistance, which I think is a little bit better. Let's try a Dual Hazard Lu. Special. Let's give this a go. Garchomp is also interesting. That doesn't give us a Ghost Resist, though. I'm gonna go Booster Energy now. And SD over Volt Switch. Como or Zapdos for Kingambit. I don't think that helps. I don't think those Pokemon are very good. Galarian Zapdos, yeah, is what I mean. Yeah, I don't think it's very good. What? We'll go Fairy, I guess. Steel maybe. Helps with Kyurem as well. Rotom doesn't need to be Ghost anymore, so we could go maybe Steel on this. Also helps with Kyurem. We'll go enough to outspeed Kingambit, hit that 219. We go Helmet? No, let's just go Boots. We go High Horsepower, probably. Oh, it doesn't get that. Stomping Tantrum, fine. Probably Ruination then. Okay, I think we have everything assembled. I think we've got to go knock off on Rillaboom. Raging Bolt does scare me, but we'll see what happens. Okay, let's give this a go. We might have to switch some stuff up. But we'll see. Why does my, I don't know. I feel like my voice shifts like just based on the day, which is really frustrating for recording because I'll be like, I'll need to re-record a section and then it sounds off because I sound completely different now. Okay. Looks like Rillaboom can kind of go in. We got one ground type. We got the Excadrill. I think we want to start with Rillaboom because Wellspring. Oh, actually, Wellspring's not that scary. Maybe. Let's just go Rotom. Like, I know it's a brain dead lead, but there's a reason it's brain dead. Okay, looks like it's going to be Ival lead. This is probably Choice Specs. Let's bring in Pecharunt. Okay, that I think is Choice Specs. Yeah, that's Choice Specs. Let's recover here. Torrent enters. I don't really know what we're dealing with, but we can go into Tinglu on this. And okay, just a Bleak Wind. Is that does not look offensive to me. Yeah, this is not offensive. We can go for the spikes. Start doing that thing. Okay, I'm expecting a U-turn here, so I want to go into Rotom, so we can punish something. Okay, another Bleak Wind, fine. I think Will-O-Wisp looks good, covers everything pretty well here. I'm just going to go for another Will-O-Wisp. I'm expecting probably a U-turn into Weezing. Let's see what we get. It is Tyranitar. I will happily burn that. If you could hit Rotom, if you could hit, please. You do. Excellent work. Good stuff. All right. So we probably are outspeeding Tyranitar here. This seems like a pretty good entry point for Iron Hands. Actually, no. So the Weezing being alive makes me second guess that. I think I can Volt Switch. Okay, I'm surprised. This is a really fast Tyranitar, so we're probably, based on that damage, I think too, we're likely looking at a, yeah, we're probably looking at a more offensive set. Very speedy Tyranitar. They don't have a Ghost type, so we can spin kind of at our leisure if we want to later. For now, I think Rillaboom looks really good with Woodhammer. And I think I want to Terra Grass because I'm expecting this Weezing is going to come in and we can 2-hit KO it with Terra Grass. And then Grassy Glide just looks really hard for my opponent to deal with. Like, if you look at this team, like, now that Weezing's gone, I mean, what wants to take on Grassy Glide? Yeah, okay, in comes the Excadrill. We have Grassy Terrain up, so I think Pecharunt is a pretty easy play here. Great. And this should be an easy foul play. We actually kill if we could hit, if we don't get flinched. We don't, wow, okay, this is going well for us. Like, we're not getting any bad RNG, we're not getting... This is weird, but I like it. I like where we're at. Okay, let's Malignant Chain. Terra Fairy. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, and they don't even kill. That's tragic. Regieleki can come in here, and we don't guaranteed kill, which is sad, so I'm going to Thunderbolt. And there's the forfeit. Good game. Okay, that was honestly a pretty solid win. That was a good showing for the team. Let's try to keep it going. We're actually, I feel like we're not doing that. Like, we've had lots of, we're 4-1. It doesn't feel like we've been 4-1 because we've had so many crazy close calls. It's a sub Leech Seed Okerpon. That is unbelievable. Okay, we got a Dragonite on deck, so let's be aware of that. This is probably a Terra Dark Pecharunt game looking at this. So many Pokemon to foul play. Like, we do just want to start by getting up our own hazards. We don't have a Steel type, so we can't block Mortal Spin, so that's something else to consider. Why did I switch out Rilla? Because I was locked into Woodhammer and the Iron Valiant would have killed me. Oh, if the Excadrill attacked, I died. Yeah, that's why I switched out Rilla. How did I notice? I gotta lock in. How did I not notice that there wasn't a ground type? Oh my gosh. I'm washed for that one. Okay. I gotta do team preview analysis. I keep telling people to do it, and then I don't do it myself. Looking at this team, no ground type. That's big. I think we start with Lu. Okay. I'm down to just set up Stealth Rock and tank a hit from this thing and see what kind of set it is. Interesting. Starting off with the Terror Ground. So that's good. They realized that this was kind of not looking great for them, and they instantly Terror Ground. So I'm happy to see that. I think we keep Tinglu healthy. I can go into Petrunt here pretty easily. Okay, interesting Wellspring. I'm happy to foul play. That hits the Goldengo pretty well also, so that works for me. Actually, I think better is Parting Shot. I don't think the Goldengo comes in here. I think the Glamora. Yep, exactly. Okay. So here it's just about, like, if we can kill this thing, that'd be great. Probably Rillaboom Woodhammer is the best option. The other thing is, like, if we get hit with like a Mortal Spin or a Sludge Wave or whatever, Rillaboom isn't that important here. So it's not a big problem if it dies. Depending on this Glamora's set, ideal situation is it's defensive, like it's slow, we get a good roll and we kill it. Worst case scenario is, there aren't really that many bad scenarios. Worst case scenario is like a critical hit Sludge Wave just takes us out. Probably it will either outspeed, it'll probably be a faster one and either choose to outspeed and Stealth Rock or outspeed and Mortal Spin. Okay, best case scenario occurred. Wonderful. Dragonite enters. This is so Petrunt. Like, it's not even, I don't even have to think about it. Let's go for the foul play. Do we Terra Dark? I don't think we do. We can do that later. Besides, I don't want to give our one an Amorous Resist. Okay, that's scary. So, okay, they are locked into this. So we could Terra Dark foul play here and take this thing out. Why do we keep facing Outrage Dragon? Like, that's not a thing. Okay, well, let's do the foul play. Let's do the Dark type foul play. That'll be good against King Gambit too. Okay. And this should kill. Yes. Okay, good. Good. So we're kind of in a little bit of a tough spot here now where we need to decide what to do against this Enamorous. I think the best play, and this does wound me to say this, especially with the Glamora dead though and Hazards kind of officially on our side, Regieleki I think makes just the most sense by a large margin to let go here. Oh, and we survive. Cool. We can then just Rapid Spin for a little bit of damage. Yeah. Regieleki, it just made too much sense to let it go. So this is Choice Scarf. Moonblast has a chance to kill, so we absolutely do just go for the Grassy Glide. I think we can pause for a little bit, make our opponent think we might be able to make, like, we're just about to make like a crazy read, like go for a knockoff or something. It's unnecessary. We're winning by, I think, a large enough margin that we don't need to make such plays. But yeah, you can't Terra mid Outrage. That's correct. But we can think about how the rest of this game is going to go. So if the Goldengo is just like frail, that would be great. Iron Hands can come in. Iron Hands does survive an Enamorous hit, which is great news. But we don't want it to take an Enamorous hit, obviously, because we'd like it to be healthy for King Gambit. But with Rotom, Burning, and Petrunt foul play, we should be able to, like, we shouldn't be losing to King Gambit. We'll go for the Grassy Glide now. Okay, they didn't take the bait. They wanted to get out of there. Good play on their part. Okay, that looks like a frail Goldengo. I don't think we're going to see any nonsense here. Yeah, that's no HP. So this is, I think, just a pretty clear-cut Tinglu. If an Amorous doubles in here, I think we just set some spikes. And then we can let Tinglu die. Okay, in comes the Lu. Let's see. Trick. To Spike or to Stomping Tantrum? Okay, how much is Iron Hands taking from like a like a Wellspring hit here. I think I want to go hard into Iron Hands because I'm worried about the Wellspring. Well, but I'm also tempted to click, just like Ruination. Let's go into Iron Hands. I think that's the best play. Okay, good. So I successfully called out the Wellspring entering. And I think the best play here is just Drain Punch. Power Whip comes off. Okay, that's fine. We can take that. We Drain Punch. We don't get the kill, which is fine. That's expected. And we're actually at risk of dying, which is surprising and an unpleasant thing to see. But I don't think there's anything we can really do about that. Would I rather preserve Iron Hands or Petrant? I'd still say I'd rather have Petrant. So I'm going to go for the Drain Punch. Hopefully we don't die. We do die. We can go Rillaboom here and now just go for a Grassy Glide. We have to be careful not to throw. Throwing is a very real possibility. Okay, I'm glad to see that go down. Definitely glad to see that. Goldango enters. Once again, it's a Tinglu. Stomping Tantrum looks actually quite solid here offensively. Okay, obviously not happy to see that hit. Let's go for a Stomping Tantrum. Okay, they finally miss a move, which is awesome, and we can go for another Stomping Tantrum. Goldango is down. Okay, I think we're pretty much in the clear. Well, pending Will-O-Wisp hitting. Definitely we just go Rotom here. There's the SD. All right, Rotom, come on. Come on, buddy. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff, Rotom. We Hydro Pump here. Okay. Yeah, we're looking good. Okay, we miss. Pain Split. Okay, good read on my opponent's part there. And they went for low kicks. Never mind. Not good read. And we can just Volt Switch now. Yep. Rillaboom time. Good game. We now just clean this one up with a Grassy Glide. Cool. Okay, that was an 1800s player, so we beat a pretty solid team there. This is going surprisingly well. We are now 5-1 with Electric Spam, so what do you know? What do you know? All right. One ground type, it's a Rillaboom. And then we've got this looks kind of tough. There are a lot of threats here. Iron Hands, I think, is going to be important in breaking. We've got to play our Iron Hands card right, though. We can't be lazy about that. But yeah, there's kind of a switch into everything. Like if the Glimmora dies, then we can start clicking Malignant Chains. But yeah, like it's as a start, it's a bit tough. I think we just want to start off with our own Tinglu. Hazard Sack, they don't have removal outside of Mortal Spin. So I think Tinglu is a good way to force the Glimmora to take some damage. Okay, just go for a Stealth Rock. That's okay. I think a Ruination is good here. I don't want to stack up hazards too much. Because, okay, leftovers. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So I could go Iron Hands on the Freeze Dry. The Freeze Dry into Earth Power won't kill unless they Terra Ground. Problem is Terra Ground Kyurem kind of looks good against me, so that's them Terra Grounding is not like a crazy outcome. Kyurem's not good. We might need AV Hands back is kind of the lesson I might be seeing. We might need AV Hands back. Let's go into the hands. Let's see what happens. Okay, we got the critical hit coming out. Obviously not what I wanted to see. I'm going to Drain Punch. We'll see if they Terra Ground. I think we need AV. All right, let's see what the opponent does. Yeah, I mean, if they have Terra Ground, they might go for it here. Some of these are Terra Steel, though. That's not uncommon these days. They should want to preserve Kyurem. We'll see, though. Worst case scenario here is Moltres into the immediate Flame Body. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah. Glamora enters. Okay, that I'm okay with Glamora. Let's see if it's red card. Please don't be red card into dragging me into something terrible. Okay, cool. That's fine. So I wish if we did just a tiny little bit more. So this is timid. This is no bulk. Yeah, if we did just a tiny bit more, we could block the Mortal Spin with Rocky Helmet, but I think we just Drain Punch. Okay, so they're going to go for the Mortal Spin, which makes sense. I think that's pretty much what I was expecting. But the Glamora does go down, and they now have no removal. So if we stack up with what am I trying to say? We stack up with Tinglu, those hazards are staying. We definitely go into Petron here. Petron Malignant Chain also looks amazing at this point. Terra Ghost Shadow Ball. Let's check and see how much that does. Okay, it won't kill. Yeah, it almost certainly won't kill. So I'll Malignant Chain here. Okay, looks like it's a mixed Ival, which is good news. This should kill, right? Okay, yeah, Ival goes down. Happy to see that. In comes the Kyurem. Obviously not happy to see that. How do we not just lose to Kyurem? That's really the question of the day. Like, actually how? Like, there's Rotom, Terra Steel, but then this thing just clicks Substitute, and then we're like, well, uh-oh. Okay, it's probably Lecky. At this point in the game, Tinglu's still healthy. I don't think Lecky's doing anything. And down it goes. All right. I think it's just a hands Drain Punch. Okay, Protect. Subtect looks like probably what we're handling. I'll just go for a... Okay, opponent's gaming on us. Well played. Let's go into our own Lu here. Okay, that was our removal, so maybe that was a mistake, but we're stacking up on them as well, so I guess we'll see who this ends up being better for. Let's see what their last move is. Okay, we're not going to see yet. All right, I will go for a knockoff here. All right, we got red. We can Ruination. I think Glide, kill. I'll go for Glide here. Okay, great. Got the read correct, and down goes the Tinglu. We can sack hands. It's not doing anything. So this is going to be... The Raging Bolt is the scary part, which we probably lose to. We can go into Rotom and just Hydro Pump. Okay, cool. Just going to go right down. Yeah, should have kept Regieleki around. I forgot to consider that it was important for other reasons. Probably should have sacked, I guess, maybe Petrunt in retrospect. Yeah, should have kept the Lecky around. Okay. I think we have to Terra Steel, and I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump here. We hit. That's great to see. Does Tinglu die to a Raging Bolt hit here? 68% chance says it dies. Let's go for another pump. If you could hit Rotom, that'd be super cool. Okay, give it up for Rotom. It did hit. It hit its moves. Okay, how much is Pain Split doing here? 12. So then Wisp is the better play. Okay, just going right for it. Okay, I think I can start off with Petrant. What I'm going to do is Parting Shot. I'm thinking maybe they suspect I'm fast and they're going to go for a Thunderclap. That would allow me to win. They should know based on damage calcs earlier that I'm not fast, but this is a pretty harmless trick to try. Yep, okay, they just Thunderbolt. All right, I can go Rillaboom here. I think I Glide. Terra Flying. Okay, that's... Yeah, we lose. We can't... we actually cannot kill this thing. Yeah, so I just should have kept Lecky around. That was just a terrible play on my part. Sacking Lecky. We now have AV hands, so I think we're in a better spot. Okay, this time it's a Gliscor. The enemy of all that is good. So they have no removal, so the plan is definitely starting with stacking up hazards and then knocking some things with Rillaboom. So let's start with Tinglu. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying. Yeah, Punching Glove being 1.1 is probably... I mean, it makes sense because it protects you from contact moves. Yeah, I feel like our matchup here should be good, but it sort of also depends on how effectively we end up managing to remove hazards. Okay, starting off with Petrant. That's fine. Let's do it. Let's just start stacking them up. Yep. Knockoff makes sense. Step one is just get up those hazards. Swords Dance. Okay. Knockoff Earthquake. Okay, I see. I think we go immediately. Actually, it might be knockoff Facade. Let's go into Rotom on this. Facade. Okay. So we're not likely to die. So I'm down to go for a Hydro Pump here. Okay. We hit, which is great to see. And then I think we go Petrant. Actually, they might stay. Staying in is a very... I'm going to go Petrant here anyway. Yeah, they knock off. Let me go for a quick foul play. They might want to try to recover their health. And think I don't have... Okay, we might kill here. Ladies and gentlemen, Regieleki is in the building. Let's heal up. Let's do that. Okay, we can Parting Shot here and bring in... I want to bring in Lecky. Well, we can bring in Hands. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Let's Volt Switch and then we can bring in Lecky. Huge Gliscor KO. Love to see it. Boots makes sense. I can go in and Volt Switch, see if I can scare it out. Could Terra Electric Volt Switch. I wonder if we want to commit to that this early. I don't think we do. We might want Terra Dark for the Dragonite. Okay, I'll go into Tinglu here. Get up another spike. Could go for the Terra Steel. I also think that's a mistake. Okay. We survive that. I think I'll go for a Ruination. Not getting poisoned, which obviously is nice to see. Go for a Stomping Tantrum, why not? we eventually do get poisoned. There we go. And could go into, I think I'll go hard Lecky here. So how much did our Volt Switch do? Let's check that. Volt Switch did 39. I could Terra Electric, but then Dragonite, right? So we've seen this is speedy, so yeah, Electro Ball's not going to do anything. There's a lot of recovers left. We'd have to Terra Electric if we want to kill this thing, but then I think we're just too vulnerable to the Dragonite. Even Terra Electric T-Bolt would do it, but we can't afford that. Maybe Rest. I don't know what we need. Opposing Petrant is tough. With no Steel type, you know. But yeah, like I can't, yeah. We have to Volt Switch. Okay, they switched out, so that's cool. They're scared for some reason. Let's go into Rillaboom here. This is the easiest knock off of my life. Cool. Okay, Blissey, that's great to know. That's great to know. All right, I go Lecky here. We can go for the Rapid Spin. I'll go for the Thunderbolt. I think, okay, not going for the prediction. I'll go for the spin here. Okay, we see Calm Mind. Electro Ball, I think, is probably 150 base power, but it does nothing because this is a Blissey. I mean, the next time this Blissey enters, it's not going to be happy. You know what I can do here? I just realized I can Volt Switch, and then we can go into Rotom and go for a delicious Pain Split. Yeah, this is going to be good. Petrant. Delicious. Okay. I think I just Volt Switch. Go Lecky. Volt Switch again. Go Lou. Stomping Tantrum. Okay, Clefable enters. I think this is like all... These are all just hazard immune Pokemon, this entire team, so that's obviously not great. I don't know what we're dealing with here. I want to go into Rillaboom, but I don't want to get knocked off. That Moonblast I feel like did... No, never mind, that's typical. I'll recover here. I'm expecting, yeah, I was going to say, I'm expecting Calm Mind. We can Parting Shot here. And I guess Rillaboom. I'm hoping we don't get Flamethrowered. That would be rough. Okay, it's another Calm Mind. Yeah, I can work with that. So I could Terra Grass here to get the guaranteed kill. I think we have to Wood Hammer. Okay, in comes Skarmory. That's fine. I think we go Lecky on this. Body Press is okay. Clefable. All right. So Electro Ball should do a ton here, so I'm just going to go for that. Yeah, that did indeed do a ton. This is why we like Electro Ball. I might have to tear. I'm going to just go for it. Oh, no. Regieleki. Moonblast is not killing, though, so I'm going to go for another one. Okay, I'm going to Volt Switch here. Bring in Petrant. Parting Shot into Rillaboom. Okay, that's not good. We go for a knockoff here. Okay, at least we get that. I guess Wood Hammer. What else can I do, right? All right. Let's go for a Wood Hammer. It's not Rocky Helmet Skarmory for some reason. Blissey's going to come in and get sacked. I think with this we will die to recoil. We do indeed go down. Obviously not what we wanted to see, but it happens. I think we go Petrant here. I'm expecting Dragonite to come in, and the Lecky is too predictable. Yep. Okay, let's recover. I don't know how we win this. We can go Lou. Shadow Ball, yeah. Ruination here, I guess. We go hard into Lecky, absolutely. I think I rapid spin here. I think we need to get rid of these stealth rocks to help Petrun come in healthier on the Dragon. That, okay, wow, I did not see that coming. Okay, Volt Switch, I guess, dude, what was that? All right, I think Iron Hands is what I bring in here. Okay, get confused, obviously that's not great. I think I can double Lecky. This thing always clicks recover here. Yeah. I need to keep wearing this thing down. That's all I can do. I don't think I have enough turns to do that effectively, but it's all I can do. Nasty. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Yeah. Because Dragonite Terranormal Extreme Speed just blows Lecky up, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, I should have checked that calc. That would have made this game a lot simpler. All right, let's Terra Electric Thunderbolt. Okay, down it goes. I could have done that way earlier. I thought it super killed. My bad. All right, we Volt Switch here. Or actually, hold on. Let's think about the damage here. It's gonna be +1, so it'll do around 60. And then with Lecky's damage, I think what I actually want to do here is Thunderbolt. Okay, yeah, we survive. We can go Iron Hands here. Okay, that was, yeah, that's good. Good for them, bad for us. Into this, and into Parting Shot on the incoming Skarmory. They stayed in. Okay, you got me. Actually, I mean, yeah, no, they got me. What went so wrong there? I guess I should have just Terra. We sacked like our whole team when we didn't have to, so that wasn't great. Dragonite was still kind of scary, but it would have been manageable if I just Terra'd my Lecky earlier. So that was just kind of a throw. I should have just Terra'd, yeah. Okay, we got no ground type here, so that's good to see. Once again, I think we just want a hazard stack early on in this game. Doesn't look like they have a great answer for that. Yeah, so I thought Terranormal Extreme Speed killed Regieleki. I thought it did like 120, and I was just not right about that. So I was operating under a bad calc. A Lecky hand's about to go burr. That is the hope. Why is everyone saying stream sniper? I don't think anything about that game indicated stream sniping. Yeah, no, I should have Terra'd earlier. I thought, as I said, I thought that Dragonite Extreme Speed one-hit KO'd Lecky. All right, there's a Wellspring lead. Let's go immediately into Petrun. I don't think we need to mess around first. Okay, I'll go for a parting shot here. That sucks. Okay, we can go lucky here. Yeah, Petrant losing all that health is really bad. Didn't expect the aggressive stay-in when it's a healthy Glamora. But makes sense. Got to take risks in a game like this. Okay, still staying in. Interesting choice. We can go Rillaboom. Okay, we don't get knocked off, so that's good. I'm going to go for a Grassy Glide here, and in comes Glamora. We get red carded into the hands. Come on, dude. Okay, that's absolutely not what we wanted to see come out there. Literally anything else would have been okay. Like Petron obviously would have been great. Instant absorption. Regieleki's got boots. Tinglu could have set out. Yeah. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Let's go for Drain Punch. Let's go for it again. Opponent here is just, I don't know why. I don't know what there is to like think about here. Like surely you don't leave Glamora alive. Okay, we've definitely got a spin. We absolutely Ice Punch. Okay, so this is I believe that's Choice Specs damage. Draco Meteor did 57. Yes, this is Choice Specs damage. So what I wonder is if it does 2 Dracos, can we go in with Lecky and safely spin, or do we still die? We definitely do live. Great. So I can then Volt Switch here, I guess. We'll see if they want to stay in. They do indeed stay in and do it again. We can now go Regieleki and go for a nice rapid spin. There's the Draco. That did way more than the calc was saying, I feel like. Oh, I forgot to put in Choice Specs. That's why. It's still fine. We're still alive. We can go for a Volt Switch here. They should want to switch out, but if they stay in, that leaves us a very easy opening for Tinglu to just come in and set up a bunch of hazards. Okay, yeah, Tinglu. Let's do it. Go for a Spike here. Knock off, cool. And then I think I go Rillaboom. Taunt, okay, now sure. I'm happy with that. Let's go for the Glide. Why do Blaziken run Terra Ground so much, even if they don't run Earthquake? Yeah, it's just for Thunderclap, which makes sense, right? Because they resist Sucker Punch, and Thunderclap's the other like main strong priority move. It's also nice for just like random stuff. Okay, so I'm obviously scared of Blaziken, as any sensible person is. Do I stay in and glide? Am I that scared of it? I think so. I think I'm that scared of it. Let's see. Overheat. Okay, well that didn't work at all. All right. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Yeah, it's not good. Okay. Let's see. I mean, I think we're still in an okay position, but we're scared of a lot of stuff now. Let's go Rotom, and we should just be able to Volt Switch here. Retina Kill. Probably going to get hit with a CC, which is not great, but I don't really see. Yeah, I didn't really see a way out of that. In comes the Wellspring. Probably we just sack. How much is Lecky doing to this? Thunderbolt. Okay, so we probably can just sack Petron. Do we sack Petron or do we save it, actually? Do we sack Petron or do we save it? Because with the foul play, you know. I think we save it. I'm going to Volt Switch here. Okay. And I think we Volt Switch. Then I think we go Petrant. We'll see what the opponent wants to do here. If they go in Amorous, I think I go hard into... Okay, King Gambit. Cool. I think it's got to be a Terra Dark recover. Let's foul play. Let's do it. That's not enough damage. Please better roll. No, okay. Actually, hold on. Maybe, because we can live here. Unless it's low kick. Okay. We have all attacks, so we lose. That sucked. Oh well. Trying to see if there was anything I should have like done differently there. I mean, that did so much more to Petrant than I thought it would, to be honest. I guess I could have kept Rotom and sacked Ting Lu to the Wellspring. Maybe that was the play. Oh, maybe that was the play. Yeah, this just, I don't know. This is just feeling like not that good. Like, it doesn't seem bad, but it just seems not that great. Like, if I play this team well, I feel like this could probably get to like mid 1900s, but I don't think this has like that really top level, super strong team potential in it with its current model, but we don't have a lot of time. So let's go for one game. Let's make it a good one. Okay. So removal is Wheezing. On their side, they do have a ground type. It is Garchomp. We obviously want to chip that down if we can. Their Superior is a threat. Nothing else is really a big threat. Potentially the Okidogi could be a little scary. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is not. I don't love this matchup. It's not terrible, but it's not good. Threats. I'm going to start off with Petrant because that Superior is a really scary lead. Okay, and we just see the Okidogi start. So I can probably just Parting Shot on this. They don't have a Ghost type though, so Lucky can spin freely if needed. Okay, they're slow. Probably it's just going to be a knockoff here. I think I can go Rotom, do a little Rocky Helmet damage, and then go for a Will-O-Wisp. Hopefully we don't get Toxic Chain immediately. Let's see. We don't. Good to see. That knockoff damage implies... yeah, Adamant. Okay, let's go for the Wisp. They allow us to burn, which is surprising. So... we could go Petrant, but that would involve Petrant losing its item. Is that worth it? I think no here. I'm just going to stand and we can Hydro Pump. I wonder if they're Guard Dog or they're just getting really unlucky. We'll see. Gunk Shot. Wow, that's unfortunate. I feel like this is probably... Okay, I Volt Switched on the Superior. This, I think... Okay, so... I believe we can kill with U-turn or come very close to it. And obviously when you can kill with a pivoting move, you generally want to take that opportunity. Now we probably don't kill now because the Superior went for Glare. And this looks like a bulkier Serp, so let's also be aware of that. But this is a good opportunity for Iron Hands. Okidogi is going to get sacked, which makes sense. And actually I feel like I don't too much mind Rillaboom being paralyzed here. I don't think that's a huge problem. This feels like a good Rotom opportunity. I mean, knockoff, Flare Blitz, like what can this thing actually do? It can Will-O-Wisp, sure. But yeah, I'm going to Volt Switch. Wow, very surprised to see Incineroar just stay in there. I guess Ting-Lu, I can set up hazards. It's going to go for a parting shot of its own, which makes sense. Superior comes in. Iron Hands, how much are you doing? This is a bit of a bulkier SERP, but I think that still should work. So let's go into the Iron Hands. Substitute comes out. Okay. I can Drain Punch then. Leech Seed misses. That's good. Let's go for another Drain. I'm expecting probably a... Okay. Wheezing comes in. We don't see Neutralizing Gas. So this is a Levitate Wheezing. Probably still has Defog, but we don't know for sure. We can check. Let's go Petrant to start. I'm thinking I just want a Malignant Chain, just get some damage on this thing. That did a good bit of damage. We see the burn come out. Okay, going Incineroar there is like a really surprising play. I did not see that coming at all. I think Rotom looks good again. I don't know what this thing's going to do. Parting Shot, okay. That's so weird. Okay, I'm going to Volt Switch because I'm scared of... Actually, why am I Volt Switching? Do I need to do that? This Sub-Seed Superior is scaring me. I'll go into Iron Hands on this. Okay, good thing I did that. We can now Ice Punch. Incineroar enters. Okay. It's a Parting Shot bot. This thing has done nothing but click Parting Shot every single turn and Wisp once. I can just go into Petron here as it clicks Parting Shot because that blocks the Superior from entering. Easily, at least. Okay. I'd love to poison this. I'm just going to go right for the Malignant Chain. I expect this thing will try to set hazards. The one I would be really surprised to see an Earthquake here, given there's a Rotom. Okay, let's see. We do indeed get the poison. That's beautiful. Could just be an Earthquake here. I think I'm willing to risk Petron. And okay, we get pretty lucky there with the confusion. So Garchomp is going to die. Now, do we want to preserve Petrant or do we want to preserve Rotom? I think Petrant is worth more. So I'm going to go into Rotom here. And hey, it might be an Earthquake. Let's see. It will be a Scale Shot, but that's that we're still in a really nice spot. Regieleki is now looking incredible. So let's go into that. And I will just Thunderbolt this. Incineroar has been super annoying. Okay, so here I think I want to Terra Electric Volt Switch, because it prevents a substitute. Great. And Iron Hands looks good. Let's go for Drain Punch. I think we can just keep spamming Drain Punch. I think we'll be okay, but let's see. Okay, Wheezing enters. Sure, that's fine. I think I can just go into Petrant here. Superior enters. Okay, Malignant Chain. We just keep hitting. Let's go Ting-Lu. Okay, that's fine. I want to Stealth Rock because the Superior is really getting on my nerves. We can go Regieleki here. I'm expecting a Defog. Definitely nothing that'll be able to kill a Regieleki is coming out here. And we don't get confused. Awesome. Electro Ball is very likely to kill, but not guaranteed. We have no reason to take that risk. So let's just Volt Switch. And we don't want it to Pain Split up a ton back, so let's go into Petrant. And Malignant Chain here. Cool, get the kill. Superior comes in. Malignant Chain. Leaf Storm is not concerning. We can go into, I believe Iron Hands lives. Let me double check. Yeah, Iron Hands does indeed live. And let's just go for a Drain Punch. It's going to go for the Leaf Storm. I think this will kill here. Let's see. It does. That should be game. I don't see any world in which an Iron Crown is getting past our remaining Pokemon. Okay, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what cheese this is. Iron Hand surviving a stored power to finish it out. Good stuff. Okay, that was, we ended with a not a bad record. Ended up going 6-4. Actually, no, it's pretty bad. It was okay. I mean, yeah, obviously this is not a great record, but hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. This was fun. And what else? I think that's I think that's it. Thanks, guys. I'll try to time this right. End this in